Good afternoon, everybody. This is Physics Shebang here, coming in hot with a new tutorial on how to set up auto tracking for Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. I will be going over two different methods to do so, one of which using the EmoTracker. That is currently not updated. It is missing one check, however, it is preferred by some in our community, so I'll show how to do that. Additionally, we'll be using our web tracker for FF6 Worlds Collide. That will be using SNI, so we'll go through both the setups for each of these trackers for you. Any of the links that I mention in this video are going to be displayed in the description below, so please have a look down there for any of the links that I am showing here. The first place that I'd like to bring your attention to is going to be wiki.ff6worldscollide.com. You can go there to see basically all of the information that has been compiled in the community, including the trackers. So down here, you will be looking for help on a specific topic. Check out our guides page, which is where we're going to start. This is where you can go for a tremendous amount of resources about this randomizer. It has ways to set up the randomizer in general, roll your first seeds, tips and tricks for new players, seeing all the different checks, tips and tricks on how to start seeds, ATB weight tricking, how to fly your airship properly, using slots correctly, among many other different things here, including Double Down's extremely comprehensive guide right here that I highly recommend everybody check out. But today what we're going to be looking at is actually going to be at the bottom for game tracking. You'll see two options, please see our trackers page and stats collide. For now we're going to click please see our trackers page. This is going to bring you to an area where you can see many different ways to set up different applications and trackers. For this particular demonstration, we're going to start down here with Tracker General Setup. Actually, I'm going to start down here with EmoTracker Auto Tracker Setup, and the reason why I'm going to do that is because it does have a link right here. Download SNES 9X-RR. This is the emulator that you are going to need. It is the SNES 9X version that allows Lua scripting, which is required both for downloading SNI and utilizing it for the web tracker, as well as using EmoTracker to auto track your runs as well. So you will need this emulator in particular, and I will go ahead and link this page to my YouTube video down below in the description so you can get that first. This is required. You do need this. There are some other ones like BizHawk. I believe you can also use, there's another one as well that RetroArch that you can use, but I don't understand how to use that one just yet. The main one many in this community use is SNES 9X-RR, so we can start there. So once you have that downloaded, you're also going to want to go ahead and get EmoTracker. EmoTracker, you can just find the link. I will have it down in the description. It is a downloaded program that has many different packages for many different randomized games. So that's not just good for Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, it is good for just about any other randomizer that you can think of. Not all of them are there, but many of them are. So it's a really good program to have around in general. The other thing you're going to need is SNI, which if you go over here to Tracker General Setup, this is where you will see the setup SNI. You can click on this, and this shows you the link to download SNI as well and gives you a very handy description on how to set things up. So it says run SNI, open your Worlds Collide ROM on your device, as well as connect your device to SNI. And it shows the step-by-step instructions here on SNES 9X-RR on how to do so. I will be demonstrating that here on this video, so you can reference this later as needed. But the three things we're actually going to really need is going to be SNI, SNES 9X-RR, as well as EmoTracker. Once you have these installed, I will pull these two up here for everybody. Let's go right there. So this here is SNES 9X on the right with the Worlds Collide map tracker, and on the left is our SNES 9X RR that I have. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull a random seed up here that I already had available. Connecting this is extremely easy using SNES 9X. We do not need SNI, which we will get into here shortly. What we are going to need to do is go down to the very bottom of EmoTracker, and you will see a little robot down here. I am simply going to right-click on that. I will then go to SNES, and then go to Lua, and I will click it. It will now be yellow, showing that it is waiting for a connection. That will turn blue once a connection is properly established. Over here on the EmoTracker side, we're going to go down to File and scroll on down here to Lua Scripting and then New Lua Script window. We will then browse and we will navigate to our EmoTracker location on our computer, wherever we installed it. And there is going to be a folder in there called Connectors. And then you pick the emulator that you're using, 9X or BizHawk. In this case, it is 9X. You simply click the connector, and you'll see connection established. Down here, you'll also see that we have a nice little robot here that is blue. That means it is auto tracking. Now, you can see that nothing here has been filled out. However, if I open up this seed, you will see that it will automatically show everything that I had in this seed. This one is already completed. But if it was a new seed, you would notice that there would be 3 characters listed, whichever 3 are currently available, as well as 3 characters here, but it would be 0, 0, and everything else would be grayed out since you hadn't done any checks yet. As you get characters, as you get espers, as you kill dragons, as you get chests, and as you do checks, these will light up automatically, so you no longer need to worry about clicking them manually. So this, I feel, is my personal preference on how to do trackers in Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. I'm quite a big fan of the map tracker here. It really allows me to visualize what checks are available. So definitely give it a try, see what you think. So that is how to set up SNES 9X with EmoTracker. Now you may be thinking, well, you know, I kind of want to use the web tracker instead. And that is also very easy. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you on here. If I go back to the SNI guide here, we have ff6wctracker.com. Oh, I apologize. That is actually not the right one. I'm just going to type it in. It is, if I could type, all right, there it is, tracker.ff6worldscollide.com. We'll go ahead and go there. And it is showing something here, but it says unable to connect to SNI. So this is going to be a very similar process to how we set up EmoTracker. I'm going to leave EmoTracker up here. It's fine. We can actually connect multiple things together. So I'm going to go down here to SNI, and I'm going to open it up. There we go. So I went down to the bottom and I just simply opened up SNI down here. Nice and simple. And this is what we need to have up in order to connect to the web tracker. So actually what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag this web tracker over here so we can view it. All right, perfect. So we have the web tracker here and we have SNI. Once SNI is pulled up, you don't really need it here anymore. We can just go ahead and minimize it. Make sure you don't actually close it out. We're going to follow the exact same steps as we did before. We're going to do File, Lua Scripting, New Lua Script window, Browse, just like before. And when you get the SNI, you're just going to kind of drag it out into your desktop. I don't believe it needs an installation, but if it does, it's wherever you saved it. In my case, it's over on the desktop. And it is very similar to SNES 9X. Just click on Lua and then the connector, and it will connect. As long as it says connected to SNI right here, you should be good to go. This says unable to connect to SNI, but if I click reconnect, give this a moment to connect up for us. We might need to refresh. So, of course, now that I'm trying to display it, it is not going to work for me. So, let me try this again. We're going to go ahead and close this out. It's going to probably say unable to connect. Let's try it again here. There we go. So, unfortunately, it didn't work that first time. I did just have to close out SNI and reopen it and then reconnect it, and it worked just fine. It is going to be the same exact thing as before. It shows which check, and it shows how many checks you have, which is something that is missing from EmoTracker. So that's a super handy stat to have, as well as how many bosses you've killed, which is a handy stat for different kinds of flag sets that might require you to kill a certain amount of bosses in order to unlock the final dungeon. Now, these characters and checks are shown by symbols here. So Terra, these are all of her checks right here. And Setzer, all of his checks right here. Gao's checks here. And then we have Edgar's that go over here. So they're all sort of in a line next to their portraits, so it's easy to tell what they are. It does take some time to be able to tell what the symbols for each check actually are. So it's just as you play the game, you'll get used to knowing what checks are available here and where you can go based on which character that you have. And with that, that is all you really need to know about how to set up auto tracking with Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. Either get the EmoTracker, get that, and connect it via Lua to your emulator, SNES 9XRR or BizHawk, or you go ahead and get SNI, and you will then connect via the web tracker at tracker.ff6worldscollide.com. I do understand that this was a bit of a janky demonstration here. I just kind of threw this together on a whim. I'm sure somebody else in the community can set something up much more concise than I have, but I hope that this does help nonetheless in getting this set up for you. If you are interested in if you need any assistance or anything from me, by all means, please go ahead and give me a message on the FF6 Worlds Collide Discord. You can send me a message there at PhysicsShebang, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or assist you with getting this set up at any time. Additionally, you can go to ff6worldscollide.com. This will allow you to set up your own seeds. It will allow you to change flag sets. It will give you a link to the wiki as well as a link to the Discord. Our Discord is very welcoming to new players. If you are new and watching this, number one, I'm not sure why exactly you're here at the moment if you haven't played yet, but I do hope this was helpful anyway. But we love new players over on the Discord. Please come check us out. Join on in. We always have events going on, and we hope to see you there. Again, if you have any questions, please email me or message me over on Discord. Don't email me. I don't have my email address. But hop on Discord, send me a message. I'll be more than happy to assist. Thank you so much for tuning in, and y'all take care.